Hello, everyone. This is another episode, and I guess we could say this is like a restart of my podcast. Not a remake, not a remix. What is the word? It's basically like a second season. Hello, everyone. The first season contained 8 episodes, which I don't know. For some TV shows, it's quite okay. But my podcast was not a TV show, and it never will be a TV show. But then, at the same time, a little bit it will be, because now I am trying to record with a video, and I'm gonna put out on my YouTube channel a video that is recorded on my fucking phone, and that's it. It's just my phone and my old guitar in the back, and me trying to talk shit, because I love podcasts. I want to talk today about podcasts, about why I had a little pause for a while, and what's up? Like, what's the plan? What's the fucking plan? Because I love planning. I have plans for like 10,000 years in the future. Not even like, I'm not even going to be alive. Like, people are going to be out there and I'm going to be, yeah, like, this is the plan. Because I don't like to think of myself as like a control freak. I'm more like, no, I just like really love planning. You know, I'm just like that person. I'm like that, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, so first and foremost, why did I stop posting episodes? It's like, does anybody care? I mean, I know one person that cares, that DM'd me about the podcast and like asked like, hey, where's the new episode? Thank you so much. You're the only person that listens. I'm actually really appreciative of anyone who listened to my podcast before and like gave me some comments, gave me like a reassurance that it's out there and it's not just for nothing, that some people actually listen to it. Thank you so much, because it's like, you don't even, I mean, I guess a lot of people know, but like, it feels weird when you put things out there in the world and you don't get any feedback. You know, I feel like it's even worse than a bad feedback, because when you have a hateful feedback, you're just like, oh, okay, I did something shitty, or like, I don't know, people don't get me. But as they say, not black, but like bad PR is also PR. But when you just have no attention at all, well, you kind of failed, because like whatever you created, nobody gives a fuck about it. So I just kind of a little bit felt like this, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. Like, you know, it's not that respect anything different. But no, a lot of people did talk to me about, like, they listened to some episodes and they had some sort of, whatever, not insights, but like sauce about it. And I'm like, damn, that's fucking cool. But another reason why I kind of had a little pause with my podcast is because I was really busy with my music. And that is because I had a little bit of a dilemma. Like, do I want to be a podcaster? Do I want to continue making podcasts, or do I just want to solely focus on my music? Because I am very much an artist and I'm really into making my own music right now, and I spent a lot of time on this. So another thing that was happening is that I was like, I really want to focus on my music. I don't know how can I combine these two things, because like, even though I love podcasts and love creating podcasts, but it's like, I don't understand how can I market myself as a person, as like an artistic image, in terms of somebody who is making a podcast but also like putting music out there. But I feel like my music is very specific, like it's about a specific theme, and it has a specific aesthetic, and my image as an artist is very specific, you know. But like on a podcast, I can just like talk shit, random stuff, like literally, like, what did I just tell you? Like, I can be just whoever I want to be, and I don't have to like create a certain type of image. And it's not like when I'm being an artist, I am creating an image, but it's more like you would still have to refine yourself, and you have to kind of put out certain qualities of myself, or certain things that come out of me, especially when I am writing music and when I'm into songwriting more, because this is what my art is about, right? But when I'm on a podcast, like, I can just like be completely random, and that's what I love. Yeah, but another thing that I wanted to do, that I wanted to film at the same time as I am recording, because I actually love podcasts that are with a picture, which I think is kind of interesting. And there are so many podcasts that I watch personally that I love and adore, that they all have like a video format. So I was like, I need to have the same thing, but A, I don't have a camera, B, I don't have money, or at least I don't have that much money to like buy me a new camera just like right now. So, you know, step by step, and I decided to just start with a phone recording. Hopefully it's not going to be too fucking bad. But yeah, also recently my second single came out, and a music video came out. So you all can go and check it out on my Instagram or on my YouTube channel right here, you're gonna watch the music video, you're gonna listen to the song, like it's all out there. Or you can go to my personal website, katyakarat space, and check it out. It's beautiful. I'm also extremely thankful for people that helped me to create this music video. I actually created it, to be honest. Like, I just was an actor and I provided like the content of what I want to have in it, but the filming, the editing, all of it was done by other people, actually a specific person. So thank you so much. No, for real. It's kind of wild because I want to talk about the fact that like I am making an artist out of myself, by myself, out of sheer nothingness. I'm just like, I want to make music. That's it. That's what I'm gonna do. But you know, you don't only if you want to be an artist, you have to put a lot of effort into this, because it's not just about making music and like being a songwriter, but it's also being a fucking social media manager, blogger, YouTuber, like fucking actress, fucking like, oh my god, like so many things you got to do. But I will be honest, like I love it. I love it. Well, some parts I don't like I don't like being on social media, or the fact that I have to put out reels with the same sound every day in order to try to gain more followers or any traction whatsoever, because currently my music, it's not like it's really popping. But hopefully the next song is gonna pop, because oh my god, the next song, I pray on it. It's literally, it's so good. Either way, you better fucking subscribe. I mean, follow me, and don't miss the next song because it's so fucking good. I mean, maybe when I put it out, it's already out there. I don't know. But yeah, I've recently had my first kind of, okay, I'm planning to have my own concert. The first concert of my life that is going to be like my concert. Well, like my concert and another girl, but it's going to be an actual real concert with like musicians and all of that. And there, we also like, obviously like, we needed to, in order to perform, you have to rehearse. So we all kind of like got together and we rehearsed, and it was my first time being in a rehearsal, like with actual real musicians, and just like singing in a mic. And I've recently only started singing in a mic for the first time in my life. I started to go to singing classes. When I, like in the singing classes, I, you know, practice to sing in a microphone, because it's very different from singing just like, you know, in a room by yourself. And it's very different from singing when you are recording a song, because when you're recording, literally you can, it's completely different. Because when I'm recording, I can hit certain notes that I could never hit in real life. I feel like not right now, like I'm not on that level. But like if you listen to a recording, you could be like, oh my gosh, she can sing. But like, yes, I can. But it's only when I'm recording, and it's like I can literally take millions of takes and get to this perfect take when I hit that note. You know what I mean? And you can also like, when you record, you just have different periods. You can take different periods of the song, and then you can record like 2 words and re-record these two words so that they would sound perfect for the song. So, you know, it's very different. Yeah, and just recently started singing in a mic. And we rehearsed. It was so much fun. I just, like, I don't know. I feel like I wanted to be an artist my whole life, but for some reason, well, actually, I know exactly why, because the world has crushed my dreams and made me believe that I am incapable of anything, and I should just like give up. But at some point, I realized that like life is just not worth living when you're not chasing your dreams, no matter how cringy and maybe obvious that sounds. But like, that's true. That's what I believe. And I feel like, okay, also, you know what I want to talk about? I want to talk about the fucking pink world that everybody's telling me I live in. Okay, not everybody, but a lot of people, especially I believe people that don't believe in themselves, which is just a fucking projection of who you are, tell me that I live in a pink world. And a lot of people told me this, that I live in this like fucking, you know, dream, ideal, imagined reality that doesn't exist. And that, you know, I believe that everybody's good and I see the best in people. Listen, yes, guilty. I fucking see the best in people. And that is like both my fucking blessing and a curse. I see the best in people. Like, that is just who I am as a person. I can see the best in anyone. But then also I could see the worst. Like, if you really fucking, you know, fucking me over, I'm going to see the worst. Like, you know, it's like double-edged sword. But I have a tendency, not a tendency, actually I wasn't like this. I was a very negative person. I was very depressive back in the days, not so long ago. I was very depressive and I saw negative things in anything and everything. And I was very hateful. And then after a while, I decided to change. And I was like, fuck that type of shit. I want to live in a better world. I want to believe in better things. And I want to just have a better life. And as they say, whatever you believe is going to happen in your life. And it's not like the law of manifestation or whatever, but it's more of just like how your fucking psyche works. Like if you are looking at things and you are searching for good, you're going to notice good. And then you kind of change your mindset to notice good things instead of noticing bad things. You know what I mean? Like this is just about a part of noticing. Like I don't actually think that like good things come into my life because I was like, good things are going to come into my life. But it's like I think that the good things are going to come into my life, and then I notice when I have like, I just kind of like see the best in every room and in every environment. I'm like, oh, this is the opportunity that I want to take. You know what I mean? And that is what helps me to be a better person. And that what, maybe makes me overly optimistic, or people thinking that I live in a pink world where I believe that I'm going to reach everything that I want to reach, and that, I'm just like delusional. But bro, like I genuinely don't force you to believe these things. And like everyone has a right to believe whatever they want to believe. But it's also like, if you're the kind of person who tells other people like, oh, you live in the pink world, you live in this world, like you believe in the best, go check yourself, go check your psyche, because you have issues, and I don't vibe with you. It's not like you care, but like, you know what I mean? I'm sorry, that was really personal right now. I'm sorry. Like let me just backtrack a little bit and go back to something else that I want to talk about, and I don't know what it is, because yeah, that was that's kind of a big thing I wanted to put out there. So yeah, it's like I'm living in this like weird artist lifestyle right now, which is a bit of a new thing for me. Actually, not a bit of it's very new. I've never lived this sort of like an artist lifestyle, because every single day I have something that I do towards music. Like I either have a rehearsal or a singing class or a photo shoot, or like we work with my producer, or I try to develop merch, which by the way, I really want to create merch. Let me know if anybody's watching, like would you buy merch? I don't know how many fans I have, like 2, but I have amazing ideas for merch, like I mean amazing ideas. And yeah, I would buy my merch. It's not even created yet. It's just an idea in my head, but like, you know what I mean? Either way. So yeah, it's kind of interesting to live this new life where I get to do the things that I love every day. That is wild, because I will be honest with you, like a couple of days before, and actually like in this like last month or a month and a half, I had so many moments when I nearly cried because of how happy I am. Which actually made me think like, oh my God, girl, why are you so emotional? But it's like, I genuinely had moments when I was just like walking like in a park or just like sitting somewhere, and I just thought about my life right now and how I get to do the things that I love every day and not suffer. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like I realized that, not that I made it, because I haven't achieved anything yet, but it's like, it's just the way that I get to enjoy my life, which is crazy for me, because I used to hate every single thing that I do all the fucking time, and I thought there's no way out of this. I thought there is just no way for me to live a life that I truly want to live, because there are so many like problems, like I don't have any money, and I don't know how to do it, and I have no idea, like. But right now, I can tell you, and it's not perfect. I still have to go to university, and I have to work, and I have to do so many things, but because of my mindset, which is like focusing on the good, I can enjoy the things that I get to do every single day. And even if it's just like, I don't know, 1 hour, but I get to do something that I love every day. If I have a day where I have to go to class for like 3 hours and I have to work for like 6 hours, but then I have like 2 hours of singing class, I'm going to enjoy these 2 hours and I'm going to make the most of them, and I'm going to be grateful for them. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to be sitting there like, oh, I wish I didn't have to do all of this. No, I'm grateful for what I have. And I'm not like, it's just that you know how everything is in your head? Yes, it is. It's everything is in your head. But it's also how I'm just so grateful to be in my head now. Like, I'm grateful to be who I am because my head is not killing me anymore. Like, my head, like my brain is not my enemy anymore. And if you listen to my first song, which is Free Therapy, there's a lyric that says, call me up and tell me I am my worst enemy, which is literally like how I felt when I wrote it, because I knew that every single thing that is happening to me, and the reason why I couldn't enjoy life and I was so hateful, is because I was my own enemy. And I was, instead of realizing that I gotta take care of myself, I gotta put myself in better situations, and that no one's gonna come and save me, I was resentful. And I was sitting there and thinking that just because bad thing happened to me in the past, I have some sort of right to be hateful in the moment. But like, that's not going to make you happy. And you have to ask yourself, what do you want? Do you want to be happy, or do you want to suffer for the rest of your days because of the bad things that happened to you in the past? I mean, kind of, yeah. But it's not easy. It's not easy to, work on yourself. It's not easy to take responsibility for your life. It is not easy to realize that the only person that is making you suffer is you. It's not fucking easy. But once I have acknowledged that and started working on that within my own brain, within my own mind, after a while, after a long, long time, especially not such a long time, because if you think about it, like, I was suffering for a much longer time in my own brain because of my own brain, I kind of like allowed myself to be who I am and allowed myself to just exist. And literally makes me want to cry because it's just so different how I look at the world now, at the same world that I used to fully despise. And now my brain is so loving and so nurturing and caring towards everything that I see. And I don't feel this lack that I used to feel all the time. I used to feel so much pain all the time. I used to literally not be able to enjoy anything in life. And even if I did enjoy something, it was so temporary and it was so fast that I never even, got to be in the moment, as they say. And it's just like, this realization's recently hit me that, because, life has been like this. I've been just doing, creating, like, let me work with a stylist, let me work with a photographer, let me work with like video shoot, let me work with everything. And it's just like so many things are happening, and I'm so happy to be experiencing these things and be able to just like live a new life that I always wanted. But it's also like, sometimes I think about my past self and I'm like, oh my God, you were in so much pain. And I realized that people like past me still exist in this world, and they probably don't know what to do with themselves. And it just makes me feel so sad. But it's also wild how I wouldn't say that my life has completely changed in terms of like, I don't know, like I'm still the same person, but it's also like I'm a completely different person. It's just the fact that I see the world differently, and it's not my, because if I randomly became super rich or like super successful and popular or whatever, and I would move to LA and be there on my fucking Porsche and be on photo shoots in Vogue like over a day, that would be like a real change, and you'd be like, oh my God. I mean, she changed. But I wouldn't say this has not happened. But what I have in my life right now is, for me, already a really, really big change compared to what I used to live in. And the most important change has happened in my brain, in my mind. Like, my mind doesn't fuck with me anymore. Like, I don't fuck with my mind, and my mind doesn't fuck with me in a bad way. You know what I mean? Like, it's just good in there. It's just good. It's just neutral. And, like, I am grateful for this every single day. I'll never stop being grateful for just being my own friend, which is maybe a weird thing to be grateful for, but it's like I have been my enemy, my own fucking enemy, for such a long time that now that I started to care about myself and love myself and being my friend actually, and respecting myself as a person and believing that I deserve the best and I will get there no matter what, and I fucking believe in myself. That's for sure. I'm my biggest fan. Like, that's like, I am my biggest fan. But it nearly brings me to tears because it used to not be like this at all. And I feel like a lot of people will really benefit if they apply this sort of mindset, because no one in this world is going to come and tell you what's a better way to live, because only you know what's the better life and better way to live for you. Only you know, and you know it. It's just that the environment has told you not to believe yourself. And, that also kind of makes me think about the fact that when I was a kid, I always knew that I want to be an artist. I didn't think I want to be an artist, but like, I loved singing. I loved pop stars. I loved music from the youngest age. And I always dreamed about being somebody like that. Being an entertainer, a performer, all of that. But, I wasn't good at singing. I didn't know what to write my songs about. I didn't know English, and I liked English songs specifically. And I didn't have anything that, you would look at her and be like, she will do that. Like, she has talent. She's gonna achieve this. No, nothing. So nobody supported me in that. But because I loved it so much, I just kept doing it my whole life. I was singing, I was listening to music. At that point, I started writing my songs. I mean, I always kind of wrote like little poems, but it didn't turn them into songs. Although I always had like melodies that I was making up. And I just kept doing it. No matter what, I just didn't open up about it towards the world, because I felt like the world doesn't accept me or doesn't care about me. And that's true. The world's not going to care about your art or craft until you're fucking good. And what I was doing is that from, the moment I can remember myself, I was just constantly singing and at some point writing songs. And I wasn't that good. I was really bad at singing, let's be honest. But you know what? Because I loved it so much, I was doing it all the time. And if you didn't know, actually, singing, you can become better at singing if you practice, because it's just muscles. It's just muscles the same way as you can become buff if you go to the gym. You know what I mean? That's the same thing with singing. Your throat has muscles and you can become better at singing if you practice. That's it. And like, I literally, same thing as songwriting. It's a craft, it's a skill. You can become good at songwriting if you just keep doing it. And I was songwriting my whole fucking life. And it's like, I didn't do any of these things because I wanted to be a pop star. Because I never believed that I can, even be an artist or put out my own song, because I was like, well, I can't sing it. Like, I can't do it. But because I loved it so much, I was still doing it all the fucking time, because I didn't want to do anything else. And so I just like kept it to myself. At least thank fucking God I didn't give up on it in terms of just like to myself, like to give up on it like for myself. But I never opened up about it. And at some point when I felt like I have nothing to lose, I was like, I want to make a song. I would just like, I want to make a song, and I will make a song. And I made a song. And it was the best decision I've ever made, because I've met so many amazing people since then that I've collaborated with. And I'm so grateful actually for every single one of them. I'm so grateful for, my sound producer. I'm so grateful for some people that I met in the music, it's not the music industry, but like it's just like artists or like different random people who like music as much as I do. And yeah, and I feel like, right now a lot of people are supportive of what I do, and like I'm really grateful. But it's also, if you look at somebody like me, or if you look like at anyone who is really like working towards their dreams and goals, and you may think like, oh well, they've got it all, like, well, they have talent, or they have support, or they have whatever. Didn't have any of that when I just started. And it's not like I have so much support right now. Like, I have mental support, but if I stop doing what I do tomorrow, I don't think anybody's gonna care. I mean, some people are gonna be like, oh, should stop doing it, whatever. I do it because I fucking want to, because I believe in myself, and because I think that I can achieve great things. And that's all I'm saying. Like, if you gotta believe in yourself too, and you have to be your biggest fan and take care of yourself, because this is the only fucking way to keep going and be your true self. And like, it's not even about success or anything like this, because it doesn't really matter that much. Like, success is great, obviously, but you know what's even better? Having a mind, having a brain in your head that is your friend. That is an actual blessing. And I think it doesn't matter how much money you have, how much success you have, wherever you're in life, but if you are not a friend with your own brain and your own mind, well, I don't think you're really happy. So yeah. Oh my gosh, I got really, really emotional, and we got really into deep thoughts. I think in the next episode I'll try to make it a little bit more lighthearted and maybe talk about something funny. There are a lot of funny things we can discuss. Oh my gosh, actually, I want to make episodes about relationships. I want to talk about relationships. Not that I care about relationships, but like, I have something to say. Also, I want to make episodes about I don't know, random memes. But it's like, I don't know why every single time I start this, it ends up being like a TED talk on you gotta believe in yourself. But like, it's just I'm really passionate about this myself, and I guess that's what I think about all the time too, because I kind of try to hype myself up. But yeah, I don't know, a little therapy session for you guys. Hopefully you got some insights, or maybe, I don't know, got motivated to live your best life. But even if you are having a bad day and you don't want to do anything towards your dreams and goals, that's also fine. Just be your own friend, take care of yourself, and always bring peace and love towards yourself for the first and most importantly, and then the world and other people. But that's the way it can happen. If it's like, first you put it in yourself and then you can put it out there, because if you don't care of yourself, like, it's not gonna happen. And yeah, it's when I'm just repeating myself for like the longest time. I don't know how that is going to look, how it's gonna work out, but hopefully you like this episode. If you did, please let me know in the comments. Hit me up. I'm so happy to be sitting here and talking shit. That's what I love. That's what I love. Thank you so much for listening. Hope you enjoyed this episode, or watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me. Check out my music. I love you so much. I mean, I don't know who you are, but I just bring peace and love into the world. And yeah, hopefully. Peace out.